Om Tat Sat. I am Swami Nikhilananda. My humble prostrations to the universal divine energy in the form of Adi Guru Shankaracharya ji, my worshipful Guru Swami Jyotirmananji Maharaj, to all the sages and saints of this world, and to you divine souls watching this satsang. In today's satsang, we will study verse number 22 of the Holy Scripture, Bhaja Govindam by Adi Shankaracharya ji. रथ्याचर पट विरचित कंठः पुण्य अपुण्य विवर्जित पंथः ओम ओम हरि ओम 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 हरि ओम 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 योगी योग नियोजित चित्तो रमते बालोन्मत्तव देवा भज गोविंदम भज गोविंदम गोविंदम भज मूढ़मते. In this verse, Shankaracharya ji says, Rathya charpat virichita kantha. Again, he is going deeper into the state of a self-realized saint, a self-realized person. How does he look like? How does he behave? So he continues on that direction. He says, for whom a cast-off shawl will suffice. Rathya charpat, he doesn't need a lot of makeup, a lot of clothes and ostentatious things. Just a simple blanket suffices. Punya punya vivarjita pantha, he rises above virtue and vice. This is good, this is bad, this is not recommended or recommended, which means that he has crossed the three gunas of sattva, which is purity, rajas, which is activity, action, and tamas, which is inertia. So he has crossed, he's beyond the three gunas, again beyond gravity. So he is not attracted like normal people do to the rules of laws of nature, etc. Practically, everything is the same as an unenlightened person, but internally, the difference is internal. He has opened the cave of his heart and he has the magic password to the universe itself. But the body is transient, so a lot of people get confused about that. So internally is where the change occurs, not externally. So he is internally established in Brahman or God. Yogi, yoga niyojita chitta. They close their eyes and they transcend this world process on demand. It's an irreversible process. He revels in Ramate Balon Mattava Deva, and they revel in life. They sometimes behave like a child and sometimes like a madman. So somebody who becomes totally self-realized is no longer living like normal people in the world. Although they have homes, or they could be, it is entirely up to them. They are beyond the laws of what God has created this universe for average people. Then those who are able to get self-realized, Shankaracharya ji is just trying to give us a flavor of how they feel, what they do. And Bhagavad Gita, by the way, in 2nd chapter goes through the same exact process where Arjuna is asking Lord Krishna, how does a self-realized person sit? How does he walk? How does he talk? And so on. So all these attempts have been made by religious leaders, by scriptures, by sages and saints to guide us on this path, so we know what that royal path will look like once we reach that point. So they say you transcend the world process. They view the body as different entity than their own self. So like I said, they're not attached to the body itself. Therefore, how it looks is of very little importance to them. Their actions are completely devoid of ego, and that is where most people get caught, because ego starts to play its dominant role, and it's the hardest obstacle on this journey of self-realization. These realized saints become instruments in the divine plan. Once they have attained it, now they become a divine channel, and God uses these people to guide humanity, to guide other people who are not quite there yet. So this is a state of unending bliss, peace and contentment, even though the world may appear, look at them differently. They may think, is this person insane? Or why is he behaving like a child? But that's not, they're not acting. It's just that their inner being becomes like that. In that state, you see the divine self in all. They see God in everything. There is this interesting story about sage Namadev. He was once working in a temple and praying and singing, and then he was very hungry by lunchtime. So the priest gave him some food to eat. He gave him some roti and then some lentils, we call it dal. So sage Namadev was about to eat it, and a dog came by and snatched the roti out of his hand. And then the people were watching, what will he do? And he ran after the dog and saying, Kanhaiya Krishna, Kanhaiya Krishna, and everybody was amazed, what is he doing? And he told the dog, he was calling the dog Lord Krishna. He saw the God in the dog. See, reverse the dog, it becomes God. So he's seeing God in the dog, and he says, please Krishna, you have accepted this food, but I don't want you to eat just the roti. Here's the dal, here's the sabji, here's the things. Please sit down and have it nicely. That's the compassion. The world, everybody watching thought he's gone crazy. What's he doing? He's hungry, and yet he's giving his own food and running after a dog to give him this dal. So just a small example to show you that how sages and saints, the whole psyche changes. They become compassionate and they see others in themselves. That's the point that this verse is trying to make. Verse number 22 of this holy scripture, Bhaja Govindam. Om Tat Sat.